It's that time of year. Let me see, 24 days in. If you haven't, maybe you broke your resolution already to get healthier. We're going to help you out right now because from Nutrition House in Linden Park Mall, Nicole Kernohan is with us. Welcome back.
Well, thank you.
Very, very late. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well.
Is this better than, getting up on the 1st of January and saying, okay, that's it. I'm going to lose 25 pounds. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. First of all, tell us exactly what we're talking about today.
Yes, we're talking about herbal cleanses.
Right.
So may or may not be better. I would say it's really just a good way to kickstart the new year. I really recommend it usually once or twice a year. But an herbal cleanse is basically going to just help to pull out built up toxins and debris and gunk that's kind of in your system and help to push it through gently and naturally. It's nothing harsh. So
you use the word toxins. What are they? What are they doing to me?
Yes. Toxins, most people when they think of a cleanse, they think a lot of it is from the food you eat, which is definitely an area where you can get a lot of artificial flavors and colors and additives and things that didn't even exist 20 years ago we're now consuming. So there are toxins in food, but a lot of what people don't even think about is just the environment, the pollution in the environment. We're taking that in, we're absorbing it, we're drinking it in the water and through our skin. So there's a lot of toxic buildup that kind of happens. So it's good to consider doing a natural, gentle herbal cleanse to kind of help to pull that out.
When I think about a cleanse, the first thing I think of is scalping on a bathroom door and writing reserved on it. Is that what the cleanse is going to do?
No, and that's actually, it's a good point because there are, one of the most common thoughts with a cleanse is that you have to do a really restrictive, low-calorie diet and you're just going to be on the toilet all day. And that's not the type of thing we're recommending because that's really harsh and that's not necessarily going to be getting the toxins out if it's, properly and efficiently. So for the most part, you will be probably more regular, but it's not going to be restrictive to your lifestyle.
I just want to warn all the co-op students. So if we get into, now one of the things I've heard about toxins is we build them up as we sleep. True or false? So a couple of big glasses of water to start the day is supposedly a good idea?
Absolutely. I'm not totally familiar about the during your sleep
Right.
thing, but now I want to go look that up. Good question. But absolutely, 100%, every single morning I start the day with a couple of big glasses of water. I would recommend that regardless of doing a cleanse or not. Ideally with some lemon even, because that really helps to cleanse the body and kickstart your metabolism. But it's very important through the night you're fasting basically. It's good to start and cleanse the system before you put food in your body.
Now, make me understand this, because I am this size, you are that size, yet you do a cleanse every year?
I do a cleanse once a year, usually in the spring around this time of year, on my last day actually right now. But like I said, I do eat clean for the most part. I don't eat a lot of processed foods, but obviously some here and there, alcohol here and there, there's still things I'm getting and still you're getting a lot of toxic buildup just from the pollution in the environment. Stress in your life can kind of cause your body to not work optimally. So I still, even if you're really healthy, I still recommend a natural herbal gentle cleanse kind of once or twice a year.
You hit the magic word, by the way, and you kind of zip by it because you better let everybody know alcohol.
Yes. That is the one. So with all the herbal cleanses, we do recommend lifestyle, like dietary changes, but even if you don't change your diet, it still be very beneficial. Alcohol is the one thing really not recommended on a cleanse. So that will come into play when you're thinking about if you do a 7-day or a 30-day, because it's detoxifying the liver. It's really, you don't want to be putting the product of decay in there while you're trying to eliminate it. So.
Well, it makes sense to this, boy. So we're going to talk about a cleanse I'm going to be embarking on. And we're going to talk about everything right here on the table. Nicole Kernohan is with us from Nutrition House. You can find her in Linden Park Mall. Right now, you can find her right here only on Rogers. We'll return just a couple Inside Brant. Well, it's official. She's special because she talked me into a cleanse. Nicole Kernohan's here from Nutrition House. So, type of cleanse I'm going after, 30-day cleanse.
Yes, very exciting. I'm so happy for you.
There's 7-day, 15-day, 30-day. What's the difference between 30, 15, 7? I know there's 8 days. But.
Yes, there's days. Well, there's whole body cleanses, which is what you're going to be doing.
Right.
There's also some very specific targeted cleanses for kidney, liver, those types of things. But for the whole body cleanses, there's a quick 7-day cleanse, a bit more potent. There's a 15-day kind of more gentle one, and then there's the 30-day, which is by far the most effective and the most complete, which is one that you're planning to do.
So if I do a 30-day cleanse and eat 17 Big Macs, not going to matter. So we're talking about the good food here, and you brought us some examples, and you keep saying non-processed food. What's so great? I know processed, bad.
Yes.
What's so great about these
Yeah,
foods?
exactly. For a cleanse, you do want to try to eliminate processed foods, like
Right.
you said. Some key things that you can try to add in, almonds are great. Any kind of nut, really, high in protein, high in fiber, keeps you full longer. And you definitely get the satiety of having a dry food that you're chewing. This is quinoa. So
What is quinoa?
I'm not sure if you guys can see it on the screen, but the quinoa is, it's kind of like rice, but it's actually more of a seed.
Right.
So it's got more protein. You cook
So
it like rice.
we're looking
serve
at it
like
now on the
roast
screen.
rice.
Okay.
Yes, this one here.
Yep. So is that minute quinoa or the long grain stuff?
It cooks about, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to cook, like just boil it like rice. But it's really filling. You can make it in advance. It's great.
Now, if I see spinach,
yes.
broccoli, apples.
Of course.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of greens. Greens are very detoxifying, very nutrient dense. It's really important to try to get as many greens as possible.
I love Brussels sprouts,
anytime.
but I know they don't always get high marks.
No, they're good. They are very difficult on the digestive tract. Like they're a bit difficult to break down. As
I
you
heard a
can
thing
imagine,
recently that raw spinach, cooked spinach is better for getting the nutrients out.
Yeah, there are. I did hear that recently.
I hate
as well.
cooked spinach. Raw spinach, no problem.
I personally think, honestly, raw spinach or cooked spinach, you're going to get
Cooked spinach
a ton of
smells like any
benefits.
locker room I've ever been in.
Right.
It just,
And it's completely different.
Right.
The way it does taste very different when you do them. Fruit like apples, berries, blueberries, raspberries, those are very detoxifying fruits as well.
And you want to tell me that this
yes.
happens to be a dandelion?
Yes, roasted dandelion tea. So this is the one here. It's actually made from the same basically the same dandelions that you would see in your lawn. Dandelion root and even dandelion leaves, but the root is very, very detoxifying. So almost all of the cleanse kits, the herbal programs, have dandelion root as one of the herbs in them, but we do have it in a tea as well. And you can tell it's roasted. It's a roasted flavor. It doesn't taste quite like a tea.
Yeah, but it's not overwhelming. It's not ridiculous. And and you and I were talking before, sitting to my left, my little red mug that's got water.
Yes,
How about you? How
absolutely.
important is water?
Extremely important. When you're doing a cleanse in particular, obviously it's also important any time, but these herbs are pulling toxins out of your colon, your kidney, your lungs, your liver, your lymphatic system. They're pulling toxins out. You need to have a lot of water to help flush that out of your system. You don't want to build that up in the system.
So a 30-day cleanse. How should I feel on about the 22nd of February?
So the first few days, usually midweek of first week, you will feel a bit groggy because those toxins are coming out of the system.
Right.
But it's gentle. It's not too bad. You might feel a bit of a headache. You might not feel great. Sometimes people get a little bit of cold-like symptoms, mild. But then by the end of the second week, third week, fourth week, you just feel lighter, more energy is usually
Because we talked about that. We did mention bloating.
Yes.
Is that one of the things detoxifying will help with?
Definitely. It does help because it's helping to pull toxic buildup out of your system. So usually people do lose a few pounds. That's one of the reasons people do it, although that's not the only recommended reason, of course. But yeah, we do recommend with any kind of bloating or weight management, obviously reducing sugars and processed foods is really important throughout the process as well.
Yeah, no, I don't want to put doctor on the front of your name because it's not there, but I will ask the question, can I feel bloated and still be regular? Okay, so that's one of the things that this is going to help, the detox.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to be back to give me a hand?
Absolutely.
Biggest challenge is to get a tea that I don't put milk and sugar in. That's not bad.
Yes.
Okay,
No.
thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Nicole Kernohan, as always. She'll be great when she gets passionate about this. From Nutrition House in Linden Park Mall.